Good morning, students. How are you? Today we are going to continue the lesson Unit 5. Already we learned the first part. The second part we are going to learn living world of animals. Before that, I want to recall some of the points we learned in the previous class. That is, first we learn about biodiversity. Biodiversity is the variety and variability of life on earth. Variety and variability of life on earth. Next we learn about ecosystem. An ecosystem is a community of living organisms and non-living components linked together through nutrient cycles and energy flows. Already you learned this ecosystem also. Next you learn habitat. Habitat is living or dwelling place of an organism is known as habitat. Then you learn about unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms. Some organisms are made up of a single cell. They are called unicellular organisms. Some organisms that are made up of many cells, they are called multicellular organisms. Under unicellular organisms, you learn about amoeba, paramecium and euglena. Multicellular organisms, in general, you learn some of the important characteristics of multicellular organisms. Today we are going to learn about adaptation in animals. Adaptations in animals. Particularly we are going to learn about what are the adaptations found in fish, frog, lizard, bird, camel. These are the what are the adaptations are found in these animals. Animals vary in size, shape and behavior. Animals vary in size, shape and behavior. The presence of specific body features for certain habits which enable a plant or an animal to live in a particular habitat is called adaptation. Once again, I will explain what is adaptation. The presence of specific body features for certain habits which enable a plant or an animal to live in a particular habitat is called adaptation. The fish live either in fresh water or marine water. That is, fresh water means the ordinary water. The other one is marine water means water which is found in sea or in oceans. First, let us learn about what are the adaptations a fish got. The head, trunk and tail of a fish merge to form a streamlined shape. The head, trunk and tail of a fish merge to form a streamlined shape. The streamlined body shape helps the fish to move through the water easily. Once again, I'll tell the streamlined shape of the body helps the fish to move through the water easily. Next, the fish has special organ called gills, which is a respiratory organ, helps to absorb oxygen dissolved in water for breathing. It is adapted to breathe in water. I'll tell once again, gills. The fish has special organ called gills, which is a respiratory organ, helps to absorb oxygen dissolved in water for breathing. It is adapted to breathe in water. The third point is most of the fishes have slippery scales all over the body which protect the body. Most of the fish have slippery scales all over the body which protect the body. The fourth point is fish has fins for fast swimming. The fish has fins for fast swimming. They got paired fins and single fins also there. They have 7 fins, one dorsal fin, again one anal fin, again one caudal fin. All the other, the pelvic fins, 2 in number, paired fin, pectoral fin, that also in pair. Like that, they got 7 fins. The fish has strong tail fin or caudal fin which act as rudder to change direction and keep its body balanced in water. Once again, I'll tell about the fins. The fish has fins for fast swimming. The fish has strong tail fin or caudal fin which act as rudder to change direction and keep its body balance in water. The streamlined shape help fish to move through water easily. Gills help to absorb oxygen dissolved in water for breathing. The slippery scales protect the body. Next, the fins help fish to swim very fastly. Again, the tail fin can able to change the direction and it also help to balance its body when it is in water. These are the adaptations fish got. Next, let us learn about frog. Frog is an amphibian, lead a dual mode of life, living both in water and land. Amphibians means they live partially in water and partially land. Partially aquatic animal, partially terrestrial animal. Dual mode of life means live both in water and land. They are cold-blooded animal, that is Poikilothermic animal. Poikilothermic means body temperature varies with the surrounding air or water temperature. Once again I tell, body temperature with the surrounding air or water. It may be varies. Body temperature is in one temperature, the surrounding is in another. That is only called poikilothermic animals. The body is divided into head, trunk and with limbs, 2 pairs of limbs, forelimbs and hind limbs. The larval stage or tadpole, when it is in a tadpole stage, it respires with the help of gills. Just like fish, it will breathe with the help of gills. The adult frog respires through skin or lungs and buccal pharyngeal region. That is, when the frog is in water, it breathes with the help of skin. When it is in land, it breathes with the help of lungs and buccopharyngeal region. The body temperature does not remain constant. The body temperature does not remain constant. Once again, tell about frog. Frog is an example for amphibian. Amphibians lead a dual mode of life, living both in water and land. They are cold-blooded animal. Their body is divided into head, trunk and limbs. When larval stage or tadpole stage, frog respire with the help of gills and the adult frog respire through skin, lungs and buccopharyngeal region. Next, let us learn about lizard. Lizards are scaly skinned reptiles that are usually distinguished from snakes by the possession of legs, movable eyelids, and external ear openings. Once again, I'll tell lizards are scaly skinned reptiles. Reptiles means they can able to crawl on the land that are usually distinguished from snakes by the possession of legs, movable eyelids, and external ear openings. They mostly inhabit warm regions. Most lizards are quadrupedal, that is, they can walk with the help of four legs and have a powerful limb. They are mostly inhabit warm regions. Most lizards are quadrupedal, walk with four legs. Some lizards are able to run bipedal with two legs. By using the bipedal also they can run. In this, the tail is held out backward and upward and act as counterweight. Some lizards have the capacity to rotate the head around the head joint. Lizards breathe through lungs. Most lizards eat a variety of insects like mosquitoes and cockroaches with sharp projections on the tongue adapted for grabbing and holding. Some lizards have web in the toes, and few lizards are able to glide or parachute the air and make safe landings. Once again, I tell all the points. First, the lizards have scaly skinned reptile. They inhabit warm regions. Lizards walk with the help of four legs. Some lizards able to run with the help of bipedal. Then they can able to rotate the head around the head joint. Lizards have sharp pointed projections on the tongue adapted for grabbing and holding the prey. Some lizards have web in the toes and some lizards can able to fly or glide in the air and make safe landings. That's all about lizard. Next, let us learn about birds. Birds also have streamlined body covered with feathers. This body shape provides minimum resistance to air. Once again, I'll tell birds have streamlined body covered with feathers. This body shape provides minimum resistance to air. They have beak instead of mouth. They breathe through lungs. They have a pair of wings that are modified forelimbs. They have a pair of wings that are modified forelimbs. They have hollow and light bones. Usually we see birds fly. However, they can also hop, move, run, etc. on the ground, and they perch well on the branches of trees with the help of pair of clawed feet. The tail of a bird helps it to control the direction of the movements. They have strong chest muscles which help them withstand the pressure of the air while flapping their wings during flight. At a time, birds can see one object with one eye and another object with the other eye, that is binocular vision they have. Once again, I'll repeat all the points. Birds have streamlined body covered with feathers. This body shape provides minimum resistance to air. They have beak instead of mouth. They breathe through lungs. They have a pair of wings that are modified forelimbs. They have hollow and light bones. Usually, birds fly, hop, move, run, etc. On the ground, they perch well on the branches of a tree with the help of a pair of clawed feet. The tail of a bird helps it to control the direction of the movement. They have strong chest muscles which help them withstand the pressure of the air while flapping their wings during flight. At a time, birds can see one object with one eye and another object with the other eye. These are the adaptations birds got. Next, let us learn about what are the adaptations. Camels have adaptation in camel. Camel lives in hot desert where water is scarce. The body structure of a camel helps it to survive in desert because of its following special features. Camels live in hot desert where water is scarce. The body structure of a camel helps it to survive in desert. First, a camel has long legs which help it to keep its body away from the hot sand in the desert. A camel can drink large amount of water and store it in the hump. A camel's body is adapted to save water in the dry desert as follows. A camel passes small amount of urine. Its dung is dry and does not sweat. Since a camel loses very little water from its body, it can live for many days without drinking water. A camel's hump has fat stored in it. In case of energy requirement, a camel can break down stored fat for nourishment. A camel has large and flat padded feet which help it to walk easily on soft sand. Thus, it is called the sheep of the desert. Camel has long eyelashes and has to protect its eyes and ears from the blowing dust. It can keep its nostrils closed to avoid dust during sandstorms in the desert. Once again, I'll repeat all the points. The other name for camel is the sheep of the desert. The camel has long legs which help it to keep its body away from the hot sand in the desert. Next, camel can drink large amount of water and store it in the body or in the part of hump. A camel's body is adapted to save water. A camel passes small amount of urine. Its dung is dry and it does not sweat. Since a camel loses very little water from its body, it can live for many days without drinking water. A camel's hump has fat stored in it. In case of energy requirement, a camel can break down stored fat for nourishment. A camel has large and flat padded feet which help it to walk easily on soft sand. Camel has long eyelashes and has to protect its eyes and ears from the blowing dust. It can keep its nostrils closed to avoid dust during sandstorms in the desert. These are the adaptations camel got. Next, let us know some more animals like polar bear, penguin, mountain goat, lion. What type of adaptations they got? First, let us know about polar bear. The polar bear lives in polar region. These are the adaptive features they got. Polar bear have thick skin for protection and white fur. Next, penguin. Penguin also live in polar region. They have paddle to swim. Paddle means in between the toes they have web, because of with the help of that webbed feet they can able to swim. Walk with two legs. They are walking with the two legs in polar region, in the cold regions. Next, mountain goat. Mountain goat live in mountains. They have strong hooves for running. The mountain is having lot of rocks, ups and downs, so they have a strong hooves, so they can run very fast. They have long hair to protect from cold. Next, lion live in forest. They have strong and fast runner, has sharp claws to catch prey. They can run very fast to catch the prey. Again, they have sharp claws to tear the flesh and they can eat that food. Now, some more adaptations the animal got. One is hibernation. Another one is estivation. Another one is migration. That is migration, hibernation, estivation. Let us learn one by one. Migration. When an animal moves its location as the season changes, it is called migration. When an animal moves its location as the season changes, it is called migration. Example, birds. Second one is hibernation. Spending winters in a dormant condition is called hibernation. The other word is winter sleep. Without taking food, without going out, they will sleep throughout the winter time. Spending winters in a dormant condition, sleeping condition is called hibernation. Example, turtle. Next one is estivation. Estivation means summer sleep. Hibernation is winter sleep, estivation is summer sleep. Spending the hot and dry period in an inactive state is known as estivation. During the hot, dry days, this animal is not coming out. Instead of that, simply stay only inside. That is called estivation. Example, snake. These are the things you learn under this. Once again, I will tell all the points. Adaptation in animals. What are the adaptations? Fish got. Next, what are the adaptations? Frogs got. Then lizard. Then bird. Then camel. Then again some more things. Migration, hibernation and estivation. The last point is you have to write the assignment. The first one, you have to explain what is hibernation, what is estivation, what is migration. Then what are the features birds got to fly in the air. Then one diagram, refer the slide, draw a fish and label all the parts. That's all about this lesson. I hope you all understand this lesson. Thank you, students.